Your inability to take action is stopping you from achieving your wildest dreams. This is just going to be like a little raw video. Check the fucking scenery. Come on. It'd be silly not to do a video, and this is on my mind right now. Oh yes, iced coffee is coming. Got a nice lighter coming now. Before I get into the video, check the scenery. Fuck. Come on. Recently did a reel on my Instagram. If January me met me right now, he would not recognize me. You wouldn't believe like the fucking journey I've been on this year. And it's like, in January I first went solo traveling, which is quite a big thing, you know, like, then I went through a breakup and I was on the other side of the world on my own. As much as this year has been like amazing, it's also been very difficult at times as well. Dealing with a breakup on the other side of the world about it. Still, I'm not gonna make this some sort of sub story, and trying to navigate that whilst being on the other side of the world. On the face of it, people probably see me like in Australia. Yeah, I'm having the best time. You are alone majority of the time. Even if you've met friends, you're on your own. But after the isolation, it does make you grow, and it makes you have that mindset that you can fucking do whatever you want and you can live wherever you want. But the reason why this ties into the first few seconds of taking action is because, like, bro, what else? If I did not take action with my fitness, with my health, with my mental health, who knows what I would have done? And taking action is number one thing that stops people from progressing from where they are now to where they want to become. And it comes from, in my opinion, the fear of taking a risk. Fuck that, bro. Let's just think of many things that I've took action with. Took action with my fitness, got myself in the best shape of my life. Took action, I started a new hobby, training Muay Thai. I cancelled my flight home. I had a flight home booked at the end of June. It was a big decision. But what was the alternative? I go back home, I would be miserable. Yeah, I'd be miserable because I'd be back home, I'd be on my own. Cancelled my flight home. I got the destination Thailand visa so I could live in Thailand legally. And I'm navigating through this world by myself now on the other side of the world. And it's like, I wouldn't swap it for anything, because it's like, that is what is making me grow at a rate that so many people, if I would have stayed stagnant and not took action, I would not have grown in the same way, 100%. And that's kind of what I mean when I say, the version of me now would not recognise the version of me in January. I would never have anticipated that going solo. I wouldn't have anticipated going through a breakup. I wouldn't have anticipated that I would have cancelled my flight home and I'd be here right now making YouTube videos about like my journey. What the fuck? No way, bro. Like, I would not have the confidence. The January me would not have the confidence to be sat here talking about my experience and talking about it on a camera in the setting like this. I would not have had the confidence. And again, that's come from me creating content, just having a fucking laugh, because who gives a fuck? It's so funny because even with this now, it's like, there is that thing in the back of my head, oh, people are gonna watch this. And it's like, you know what? Who gives a fuck, bro? Who actually gives a fuck? The most freeing thing that I've learned from actually creating content and documenting stuff like this is that no one really gives a fuck, and it's the most freeing thing. People think that's a scary thing, but it's like, it's freeing. And I'm saying this because whatever is holding you back from taking action and doing that something that you want to do, if it is the fear of other people's judgment, fuck that, bro. No one really cares. Everyone has got their own life going on, and the people who do care and throw judgment are actually insecure about themselves because they don't have the same confidence and they can't do it themselves. And actually making YouTube videos, although it doesn't seem like it's a big skill, to me it's like, it's taught me so much, even just to being able to be confident and speaking about stuff that people just shy away from speaking about. Because when you see people who go solo traveling, you just see like the highlight reels. If you look at my profile, for instance, and you just see the snapshots of the best places, you think it's like amazing all the time. But it's not, especially if you're on your own. And this isn't some sort of sob story, because I've chose this life, I've chose this discomfort intentionally. And in April, I remember I was in Thailand and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was not proud of the person that I was. Again, there are two options, right? You either take action and you do something about it, or you do nothing and nothing changes, bro. They are the two options. And whatever the options you've got right now, that thing that you are not taking action on, whether it is that business, whether it is that fucking thing you want to sell, whether it is that hobby, you know, it doesn't have to be anything business or really anything extraordinary. You might think, oh, it's too late to start that hobby. I started Muay Thai and learning to fight at 24-year-old. There's a famous quote, but it's so true. Two best times to plant a tree. One was 20 years ago, because now it would have grown. The second best time is now. And it's the same with whatever you're putting off with taking action with. The second best time, yeah, you could have started a few years ago and you could have been better. Or you could start now. Stop fucking waiting for the right time and just do it and go. When you take action, that's how you improve. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for the time to just magically appear of Oh, the perfect conditions. People wait for the perfect condition to start, not realising that starting is the perfect condition. Because starting is that's where you realise what the obstacles actually are, and that's how you overcome them, is by just going and doing it. In April, I was in a stage where I'm like, I've gone through a breakup, sob story, get the violin out. What got me out of that rut was taking action. It wasn't by sitting there feeling sorry for myself. Bro, like when you're on the other side of the world, there's only you. There's no one else who's gonna fucking get you out of bed in the morning. There's nobody else who's gonna care that much. This ties perfectly in because tomorrow I am leaving this location where I'm at now in Thailand. I am leaving Thailand, and yeah, I've decided to take action and move somewhere else. Where am I going? Who knows? Do I go home? Do I go home, see my family for a bit? It's been nearly 1 year since I've not seen family, which is a long time. Do I fly to fucking Sri Lanka? I don't know. Another thing when you take action, your identity changes. You become a person that takes action and gets shit done, rather than someone who talks about doing stuff. Because there is a real thing, it's labelled as dopamine talk, where if you talk about the ideas that you have, you talk about what you're gonna do. When you talk about things, your brain visualizes it, and your brain can't distinguish the difference between visualizing something and it actually happening. So your brain is getting the same amount of dopamine when you talk about things than when you actually do things. And the problem is when you actually do these things, there is effort, which you don't want to do. But your brain's had the same dopamine from actually talking about the things and the ideas. So it's very difficult when you talk about things. That's why a lot of people don't do or take action as well, is because they talk about things too much. We all know them people who talk about things but they never fall through with them. They never fall through with it because when they talk about things, they get that dopamine as if they've done it. Talk less. That is probably one of the things that I've done as well, is just talk less and just do things in the background. Do things that people don't see you doing and let them see the results. It truly is the work that you do when no one's watching. That is what truly matters. Reading books that I never really thought I'd listen to, podcasts, taking action, taking notes, journaling, meditating. I'm doing all this shit that I would never have thought I'd be doing in January, but it's improved my life. The January me, looking at me now, I've generally turned from a boy to a man in that period. Yeah, I've done this. I know it's a bit of a random one. It's raw talk. It's not probably structured. It's probably gone off a bit of a tangent, but it's a part of my journey right now. And I know that if I post it, it's a very accurate representation of what's happened this year and where I'm headed next. Where am I going? Who knows? If there's anything that you can take from this video, you should just take action with whatever thing that you're putting off. What's the alternative, right? You don't take action and you stay stagnant and nothing changes. You go and do something, the worst thing that happens is you go back to where you was and you figure out something else that you want to do and you try that. Because I think for me, that is what life is about. It's about trying things, trying new adventures, new side quests, doing things and experience. That is what life is about. It's about experiences, and whether it is starting a business, traveling, you will never regret the risks that you take. Especially if you're on your deathbed, you will never regret the risks that you take. You will only regret the things that you didn't do because of the judgment of others, because of how others people dictated your life, because you didn't have the confidence in that time, because you thought of the worst possible scenario. You can train your brain to think of the best possible scenario. I don't care what anyone says. People say, oh no, it's not as simple as that. It definitely is. Because I'm leaving this part of Thailand and tomorrow there are things in my head saying, stay where you are because you know the area. But that is not going to make, that was a butterfly. That is not going to make me grow if I just listen to them thoughts. I've got to fucking go and just try somewhere else out, try a different location, explore, take over a new city. Because yeah, bro, fuck what ifs. That's what I'm gonna end the video on that. Fuck what ifs. Life is not meant to be, oh, what if I did this? It's about taking risks, going, learning, and bringing it into something else if you didn't like it. And if you did like it, you found your passion, you found your purpose, and you're a winner. But yeah, gone off a tangent. It's gonna take a while to edit, but yeah, much love. Thanks for listening. If you want to see where I'm headed next, subscribe, show some love. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my iced latte, man.